Hello, everybody. You don't get these, sweetie. You have your treats. These are Ava's. I hope everyone is doing absolutely fabulous tonight. Hello, Nana Laura Love. Hello, my sweet Sandy Herd. I made it to the post office today, so you have a t-shirt coming your way. It's the Crying Fez. Hello, Eileenie Carlin, sweetie. Hello, C-Rex. Hello, Cedar. Bandit is here. And Bandit sharing kitty kisses. And hello, Cherie. Hello, Charlie. I'm so sorry you're not feeling well, love. I do hope you feel better soon. You are welcome to chime in anytime you like. You know that. You're welcome, sweetie. Thank you for your patience. Hello, it's the King Fart Master himself, Fart Daddy Manuel. Hello, Manuel. I'm glad you're taking it easy and resting. You deserve it. Oh, don't you chortle. Bandit just let out a kitty. Bullshit. Yep, that's very important. Daily advice. Thank you so much, sweetie. I did find some good stuff. Hey, don't look at me. Do not look at me. I'm just over here enjoying kitty kisses. They all had their flea treatments, so 3 of the 4 are not talking to me. Bandit forgives fast and loves hard. Hello, Michelle Moreland. Oh, sweetie, it's so good to see you. I love you. You can look at Bandit. Look at Bandit. Bandit's better to look at anyways. She's the beautiful one. I love my Tortie. I never had a Tortie cat before. She's the first one, and I think they're built different. I really do. I think she is the sweetest, kindest, funniest cat that I've ever known. I've never seen a true calico in real life. I've seen very close calicos, but never a true, because to be a true calico, I think they have to have 4 colors, if I'm not mistaken. They have to have the orange, the black, the brown, and gray, and white. 5. Is it? Hold on a second here. How many colors does a true calico cat have? 3 distinct patchy colors in its coat, which are typically white, black, and orange. These are blended, but not like in a tortoiseshell cat. They appear in separate patches. That doesn't seem right. Because they're more of a rare color pattern. Huh, that's so interesting. Anyways, I guess I'm completely wrong on it. Hey, you stop that. She's like, okay, Mom, here's a kiss. Give me treats. Hello, Linda Applegate, honey. Hello, Mortimer Duke, my love. I used to have guinea pigs, and I always had a calico guinea pig, and I would name it Calico. I don't know if y'all remember, right after Atari or around the same time, the competition for Atari was a system called Coleco. And I just loved the name so much. And because Calico is so close to Coleco, that's what I would name my calico guinea pigs. Hey, please stop that. Hello, Queen Purple, honey. It's so good to see your beautiful face. No, not true at all. Oh. Hey, Bandit. Bandit, stop that. The treats are not over there. You're just making a mess that I have to clean up. She doesn't care. Yes, yes. We Midwesterners do that. Bandit. That is my prescription. Leave it. I love you so much. Aww. I think the only way that I am going to get out of her destroying my desk is to give in to the kisses and the treats and the cuteness. Just a few. Brat cat. Well, I should, I should just be happy she's still speaking to me because none of the others will. Earl won't come near me. Tiny Kitten won't come near me. Billy just wants to go outside. It must like have a sensation to it. I'm sure it does. The flea treatments. I mean, it's you're putting a poison on their skin. Let's be real. So I'm sure there is some type of sensation associated with it. But like when Earl sees that tube, he will not come anywhere near me. Like I have to fist it. I have to tuck it in my hand and hide it and then lure him to me with treats, grab him by the pinch the back of his neck and squeeze it on him super quick, and he fights. The moment he realizes that that tube is in my hand, he'll fight. And if he sees it before I can get a hold of the back of his neck, he's gone. It doesn't matter what treats I have or how many, he is gone. Kitty just likes that I give her treats. Yeah. I had to switch to Advecta, which is fine. I used Advecta for Billy and Earl because they're both over 9 pounds. I was using. Stop that! I was using another off-brand one, but it was from the same company, and I didn't know that. And I received empty tubes. They were just little AirPods. That's it. So I contacted the company, and they said they no longer have that available. So they just sent me a check for the price that I paid for it and told me to go buy the Advecta. So that's what I'm using entirely now. I knew someone was gonna get it. I knew someone was gonna get it. No, this is Bandit. Yeah, Earl's not having it. He's not having the flea treatments. I got it on him, but it's always a process. Ava's she takes the Sympiacara Simparica Trio. So Ava just takes see, I don't think. Yeah, there's no personal information on here. Yeah, so Ava just takes this stuff. It's a chewable. So I get like 3 boxes of this when I take her to the vet, and it's every 30 days. And this does everything, including heartworm. So, and considering how bad the mosquitoes are around here, yeah, because that's where heartworms come from. And whatchamacallit? We now have the lacrosse something or other mosquito virus. I can't remember the exact name of it, but a whole new mosquito thing. And Ava eats the mosquitoes as like they're swarming around her and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if she can contract anything from eating them. I don't know. But this just takes care of everything. You pulled my insurance card out of its little pocket there. Would you stop? Oh my gosh. Thank you, sweetie. The PAWFURM. That was designed quite a while ago. Or do you mean the Night Shift with April? They were actually made about the same time by Philip's daughter. Sir Philip's daughter did it. Oh, that's an all the time thing. All the time. You go do that. Alrighty, guys. Let's put on some good stuff. I found some good stuff. I'm actually excited that I'm finding decent court cases again, because it was way too long. It was way too long, or I just couldn't find anything. The first one, I'm sure everybody's already seen it. I'm sure every channel has played it. It's Quentin Height. He is the most professional dressed soft sit I've ever seen in my life. I have run him once before, but I could not find the hearing. So I'm thinking it might have been on the hard drive that got AVA'd. But we have seen him once before.
Pending in the District Court of Butler County, Kansas, both State of Kansas versus Quentin Lawrence Height. They are case numbers 2025 TR 1215, 2025 CR 261. Jared Regier appears on behalf of the Butler County Attorney's Office. Quentin Height appears by Zoom, apparently still representing himself. These matters come before the court at this time for review of status. Mr. Regier, have you had any discussions or negotiations with Mr. Height regarding these matters?
Your Honor, the state understands that a plea offer had been previously advanced to my office. I cannot speak any more beyond that at this time.
All right. So I'll ask Mr. Height then. Is there a chance that these cases may be resolved by dismissal, diversion, or plea agreements reached with the county attorney's office?
I would be open to making some sort of agreement with the county attorney's office. I would continue to seek some administrative remedy, yes.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what you mean by the administrative remedy, but Mr. Regier, would it be helpful if we put you and Mr. Height in a breakout room to perhaps discuss the status of these two cases to see if there's some accord that could be reached?
Your Honor, based off my notes, it would appear that as recently as last week, my office had communicated with the defendant regarding a possible resolution of both these matters by plea. Based off my notes, the state understands that there has not been a successful meeting of the minds in this matter.
Well, we're going to try to get you two together today. So I'm going to recess these proceedings and let's put Mr. Regier and Mr. Height in a breakout room. Just have a brief discussion to see if there's any common ground that can be reached. And if not, then we'll come back and do further business.
Very good, Your Honor.
All right. So we'll pause recording and broadcasting, Mandy, and let's put Mr. Height and Mr. Regier in a breakout room.
Hello, Judge.
Mandy, let's make sure that we're recording and broadcasting. Following a brief recess, the court resumes in the Quentin Height matters.
It's the epitome of narcissism. He just wants to hear himself speak and show everyone how intelligent he is.
25 CR 265, TR 1215. Mr. Regier, Mr. Height appearing as before. Following this conference, which the court initiated, is there any announcement to be made regarding resolution of one or both cases, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, the state understands that my office has again offered a resolution to the defendant. However, the state understands that there has not been a meeting of the minds in this matter.
Is that correct, Mr. Height?
I have produced an offer on my behalf as well, and so we both made offers, and yes, a meeting of the minds has not been met.
All right. I trust then that you wish to go to trial on these matters, Mr. Height?
Not at this time. I'm not sure if you've been made aware, but I have requested a subpoena via a precipice that I provided to the Butler County Clerk on August 14th. That was directing them to subpoena records from the Butler County Sheriff's Office with a production date of August 22nd at 5 p.m. That date has come and gone now, and I am still awaiting the subpoenaed evidence that directly affects these charges. However, via some hearsay this morning on the phone with the Butler County Clerk, I was informed that the sheriff had motioned to quash the subpoena. I'm not personally received anything in writing as of now that shows why the sheriff would want to quash a subpoena. As such, I'm moving this court to continue this matter until I've had ample time to review and respond to the quash.
What type of materials were you requesting from the county attorney's, the sheriff's office that they haven't provided?
Sure. Body camera. I can read it directly. If you can give me just one moment. It's
Well, I'm just wanting to know generally, perhaps not every detail, but
yeah, I wasn't going to read every detail. I have it right here. So that would be some policy in regarding to the Butler County Sheriff's Office policy and procedural manuals, some core policy, procedural directives, training requirements, special orders, general orders, and operational guidelines, and any updates since the arrest till now has happened. Also, all body-worn camera, dash camera, and in-cruiser footage from the time of the incident, and any and all officers, some information in regards to them, as well as probable cause affidavits, and also any further information that may be deemed necessary and pertinent to my cases.
did you
Sorry for
make
the
a
link.
discovery request to the county attorney's office to see what documents they're relying upon?
I have not at this time. I subpoenaed to the sheriff directly to receive the full entirety of the evidence.
All right. Mr. Height, you're proceeding at least to this point on your own. Is it really your intention to represent yourself on these cases, or do you want an attorney's assistance?
I am not looking for an attorney's assistance.
Okay, well, the court doesn't advise you to represent yourself in court for several reasons, Mr. Height. Lack of legal expertise is one. Representing yourself requires a deep understanding of the law, which isn't always available to someone who's not law trained. Second of all, you might be prone to make emotional decisions that would cloud your judgment rather than to make rational decisions driven by logic. Further, procedural missteps often happen by someone who's representing themselves. Even minor mistakes can have a significant consequence, like missing a filing deadline or failing to follow proper procedure in court. Do you understand that, Mr. High?
Yes, I appreciate the notes. Thank you.
Well, further, there's the potential for severe penalties. Handling your own defense can lead to severe penalties, which include fines or imprisonment or permanent marks on your record. Do you understand that?
I do.
Now let's go over that. Well, we may have already done this once, but interference with law enforcement, as you're charged in case number 261, is a Class A misdemeanor punishable by up to a $2,500 fine and up to a year in the county jail. Do you understand that?
I do.
You understand that in count 2, failure to register a vehicle, an unclassified misdemeanor, is punishable by up to a $500 fine and up to 30 days in the county jail, or both.
I acknowledge.
All right. Further, in your other case, the 1215 case, you face a charge in count 1 of no driver's license in possession, an unclassified misdemeanor, again punishable by up to a $500 fine and up to 30 days in the county jail. You understand that?
I'm aware.
And last but certainly not least, failure to register a vehicle in count 2 in that case is also an unclassified misdemeanor punishable by up to 30 days in the county jail and up to a $500 fine, or both.
Thank you for making me aware. I appreciate it.
I also want to point out to you that if you proceed to trial proceedings on your own, that there's usually difficulty for a pro se individual to present evidence. Certainly legal assistance would be very, very helpful. especially when it comes to witnesses or presentation of your evidence in court. It's often very difficult for someone who's not law trained. You understand that, Mr. Hyde?
I appreciate it. Yes,
And knowing all of these things, you still wish to proceed without a lawyer?
that is my intention.
And you do understand that if you can't afford an attorney, after proper application, the court will appoint you a lawyer to represent your interests.
I am aware. However, I would like to also make it known that I am still trying to move for getting this evidence production figured out before I'm able to enter a plea. It would be inappropriate to plea without my knowledge of these proceedings beforehand. So that is why I am moving the court for the, specifically speaking on the traffic case, to move for continuance in order to be able to discuss further with the prosecution as well as the sheriff's office and the court, if necessary, to receive the evidence that I need to move forward.
Mr. Regier, is your office in receipt of and or familiar with this subpoena and the motion to quash it?
One moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, I am not aware of any such document, although it would appear that a written objection to defendant's subpoena dulcis tecum and motion to quash was filed with the court last week by Butler County Councilor Terrence Hulskamp.
All right. So it's obvious to the court that he will be handling anything in relation to the subpoena dulcis tecum request, correct?
That would appear accurate based off the filings, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may, I do have a receipt of delivery to the court as well as the prosecution for the subpoena dulcis tecum. So I did make them aware. If there was a clerical error within the office, I apologize for that being the case, but I did do my due diligence to make all parties involved available to be aware of the subpoena dulcis tecum that I was to be served upon the sheriff's department. I'd also like to let the record reflect that I do not have a copy of any thing that the sheriff's department or Mr. Hulskamp that may have filed in regards to a whatever motion. I've, like I said, I have hearsay from this morning from the clerk, but I do not have anything in writing at this time. So it'd be inappropriate for me to act accordingly as if I knew what the material had on it.
All right. Mr. Hyde, probably some of these requests could have been handled with proper discussion with the county attorney's office. They're usually quite liberal in their turnover of documents in the case, at least anything that's within their possession.
Sure.
If we do have a motion to quash in this case, we'll need to have a hearing on that. I'm inclined to set that as an in-person proceeding on Thursday, October the 2nd.
Just one moment, please. Thursday, October 2nd. And would that be in regards to both cases or one specifically? I do want to make sure that we're there's two separate cases here, and I'd like to be able to speak clearly to both of them separately.
All right. So your request for information pertains only one of the two cases and not both?
I submitted nearly identical recipes as well as subpoena dulcis tecum for both of the cases. So they would have been served and compiled in very similar manners, requesting very similar records.
All right. Both of these cases are assigned to this division. They will be essentially handled together to the extent reasonably possible, though obviously it may be necessary to try the cases separately eventually. Both cases will be set for not only determination of any discovery issues, subpoena issues, if you will, but also for further determination of status and for further scheduling. So, Mr. Regier, I will need a representative from your office pending, even if County Councilor Hulskamp handles the subpoena issues. I'll need a representative from your office on Thursday, October the 2nd, and I'm contemplating 10 o'clock a.m. for that
Very
hearing.
good, Your Honor.
All right. 10 o'clock a.m., Thursday, October 2. And
And
we'll
that would
sort out
be,
this subpoena issue and any issues related thereto.
and what are you titling this hearing again? I'm sorry.
Well, it'll be a hearing to determine whether this court should recognize and continue the county's motion to quash. Court will make appropriate rulings regarding that. And then do further scheduling and status review as to where these two cases stand. And certainly nothing precludes the parties from having further discussions to try to resolve these issues on their own. For now, it does appear that the defendant in this case has rejected any request for appointment of counsel, and apparently does not have any intention to retain counsel. So he'll be representing himself at this juncture, despite the court's admonition and warnings otherwise. So 10 o'clock, Thursday, October 2, Courtroom B, Butler County Judicial Center, El Dorado, Kansas. The
Very
county
good.
counselor's office will be so notified.
Judge, I do have one further matter, if you just one moment, please. And also in regards to the subpoena, I have been in discussions with the Butler County Sheriff's Office, and they have been quite receptive to my discussions in regards to evidence production from this case. I wanted to make you aware that I have been in discussions with them, as well as the prosecution, in the limited capacity that Jared and I have been. I'm just making you aware so that it may be clear that I have been working outside of the court as to try and not burden the court for these hearings. Initially, I'm trying to seek remedy, as I was mentioning earlier, outside of the court, and that would be my intention. So just trying to make you aware of such happenings.
Who have you been discussing these matters with at the sheriff's office?
I have received I have received information from the, I'm not sure of their title, but the administrative person at the front desk.
Okay. Well, probably the person that should be your contact person at the sheriff's office at this time should be Terrence Hulskamp, the county counselor. He does represent the sheriff's office interests in matters such as this.
I think he cringed a little bit.
And I think he's the one that actually caused the motion to quash to be filed. So you
May I
probably
have-
want to deal with him.
May I have his name, spelling of his last name, as well as contact information if someone has it available?
I don't have his contact number available, but I can spell his name for you.
I will
His
take
last
that.
name is Hulskamp, Huelskam. I think that's what it is.
And he is the, do you have a title as well?
He's the county counselor.
County counselor.
Yes. He's obviously a lawyer.
Yes, thank you for that. Okay. I am in receipt of spelling of the last name and his title. I will, I suppose I will call the attorney's office to try and receive contact information for him and continue the discussions with him. I hope to be in receipt of any filings that were mailed to me on behalf of the sheriff and or prosecution via the court in the next in the coming days, and review as such.
All right. And you do understand, Mr. Height, that you'll need to be in the courtroom B, Butler County Judicial Center, for this next proceeding.
Courtroom B,
B.
and is that B as in boy?
Correct.
And is that available to me via the main entrance, and then I'll be directed as I get inside?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to be clear about everything, make sure there's no hiccups.
You'll have to check in through security
Okay.
desk, and they'll tell you where you need to go. If you don't know, they'll show you the way.
I appreciate that. Okay.
Mr. Regier, anything further from the state's perspective at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. We have our next court date set, so if there's nothing further at this time, the Quentin Height matters will currently be
On the record in the matter of Rami Michaela versus Jason Williams and Mallory Katz. The file number 23-03190 LT, council appearance.
Good CD. Chris Brown, representing plaintiff.
Is that your names?
Yes.
You can come up to the table. State your name for the record.
Mary Katz.
Mr. Williams, I think you stormed out of my courtroom last time. Is that correct? Upset? Frustrated? Okay, you sit, you on one, there's one seat for one for the other. Okay, today was the date that was set to proceed with the hearing for non-payment of rent. I vaguely remember there being a concern about the condition of the property. Is that what it was?
The foreclosure.
A foreclosure.
Property taxes.
Okay, but this is for non-payment of rent and you're,
I made payments. I have proof that I made payments up until we received the foreclosure.
okay, so you made
So,
payment up until you
yep,
found out
up
the
until-
property was in foreclosure.
Correct. Correct, Your Honor.
And when was that, ma'am?
We received the paperwork in almost the second week of August. And we made I made my last payment in September of 2023. And it was $220 because I was struggling at the time and I had to basically choose between utilities and stuff like that. So I had lost my job and
So you're saying that you made all of your rent payments on time up until you got that notice? Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, ma'am.
and what is it that you brought with you that you,
We have the foreclosure paper and also there's supposed to be a court date due tomorrow for $2,166.73 for the foreclosure due for 1516 South Pennsylvania Avenue,
that's for taxes is what you're saying?
property taxes, correct?
Okay, what's the red form?
The red form was the first date that they showed me that the foreclosure, I had a guy come walking on my door and knocking on my door and giving me this paper,
Okay,
asking me if I was the owner. I said, no, I'm the renter. He said, well, the owner basically has property taxes. Do you know about it? I said, no, I don't. I contacted Garno. All he told me was it will be paid. He never said when, he never said what. So I was like, this is crazy.
okay. That was back when again?
This paper was given to me, I believe, in the second week of August.
So that was August. We're now in February. You not paid any rent
No, I did not.
and the property's not been foreclosed on.
No,
So you've been living for free since
I've
August.
been paying utilities. Yes,
You've been living for free since
Yes.
August.
yes. because
And
of this foreclosure.
you believe that he could pay the taxes without you paying your rent?
Well, what I said was, how come I was never notified about this,
Notified about what?
the foreclosure?
Well, you were, that's how you got that.
Yeah, and I didn't want to pay it because if I'm gonna pay rent, is my house gonna get?
You're not
foreclosed?
responsible for paying that.
I know,
That's the
but
landlord,
I know, but is the house gonna get foreclosed?
possibly, but that
I
the
know, but
foreclosure is outside of,
know I
whoa,
have-
whoa, whoa,
but
whoa,
I
whoa,
have to
whoa,
start
whoa, whoa.
Saving
Whoa,
money.
whoa, whoa, you know what whoa, whoa means?
Yes.
That means you're talking over me.
Okay, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, so foreclosures, when you don't own the property, you can't necessarily control when there's a lien that could be foreclosed on. If there's a foreclosure and they take your rent and they no longer own the property, then you may have a cause of action against them because they took some money from you when they weren't the lawful owners. But to best of the knowledge that we have and the information that you're providing me is that as of today, they're still the lawful owners of this property, unless you have something that shows me that they're not.
Correct. But this is for tomorrow, their court date in Mason for the foreclosure. So I said, is it gonna get paid? Because I have to save money now to move. Thankfully, it's tax time, so I can, find a new house.
You save
and
money.
Save money?
You haven't paid rent since August. Did you put your money, your rent aside?
I had to pay utilities. I have 4 children. I have to.
You
feed-
gotta pay utilities. What's that got to do with your rent?
I lost my job. I was trying.
That's unfortunate, but what do none of us get to live for free just because we lost our job or that we have to pay utilities? It's still a responsibility that you both have if you live in a property.
Yeah.
And you don't get to say, oh, well, this property may get foreclosed on 6 months from now, so let me hold my rent. And then now you come to me 6 months later and, oh, I gotta save. Well, you had ample opportunity to save, because whereas most people were paying rent or a mortgage since August, you were not.
Yes.
So the whole saving thing, that goes out the window. All you can show me right now is that they are no longer the lawful owners, and or that there's a condition with the property that essentially interfered with your quiet enjoyment or your ability to live there safely because it was not inhabitable. That's what you're to show me. If it's not foreclosed on yet, it could be saved if you had paid your rent. He could go and pay that $2,000, you think, you know? You think?
I don't know, because it's a foreclosure for a property that isn't mine. I don't own it. That's why I texted Garno and I said, is it gonna get paid? And he said, yes. And I said, when? And he never wrote me back. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm left in the dark here. Like, you know.
It's not really your business. You pay him rent, and then he pays the property taxes and everything else like that. You really aren't privy to that information. As long as it gets paid and the house isn't foreclosed on in a time period after you've paid rent, it doesn't matter. But you not paying rent kind of prevents him from being able to pay his crap.
Never gave me no answer that I was looking for. So I stopped contacting him.
Okay. If you were concerned though, also that it was going to get foreclosed on, why didn't you vacate the property and find a new place?
Because I said I lost my job and I've been looking for one, but I have one now. So
Okay,
I've been saving money.
okay.
And now that we have money saved, we can move at the end of this month. I can pay off whatever needs to
Okay, so
be paid in
maybe
the ledger.
you and Mr. Brown should talk privately about that.
I agree, because I have not got to talk to him about this at all.
Do you have a device you can get on Zoom?
No, I don't have a working phone.
We'll get you on the court device, because maybe you all can work something out in lieu of going this route, because if the property was foreclosed on already and they're accepting or expecting you to pay them rent, then I can understand your position.
Mhm.
But to say that the property is going to be foreclosed on in the future, if I have rental property, investment property, and there's renters in there, my expectation is that they're going to pay me and I can use that to pay the taxes and the mortgage and or whatever liens are on there. If I don't get that money, how am I supposed to pay the bills?
At the time, I was thinking single mom, have to pay utilities. I lost my job. Do we want to be homeless, or do we want not to have electricity?
No, you
So,
made in the circumstances you were in,
That's
you made a smart decision. Let me tell you something here. I was raised by a single mom too, and she always said if you had hard times, you make sure you keep the lights on, but she also said you pay the rent first. You keep a roof over your head.
I was up until I got my foreclosure
You keep a
paper.
roof over your head first, because you don't want to be out there in the street. And you don't live there alone. You live there too?
He's there on and off.
But
he works a lot, so
well, I'm asking him, why are you're his mouthpiece? His mouth works.
sometimes.
This mouth works. You live there too, sir?
Yeah, either.
Yeah, it's just not your only responsibility. That's why his
but
name is listed on here.
It was our agreement to not pay until we figured out what was going on with foreclosure. Honestly.
I can recognize that, but typically when you do those things, you're supposed to make what's called a good faith decision. That means you escrow your rent.
I did, and I contacted DHS and I got denied. I don't know why. I do have denial papers from DHS.
No, good faith means you escrow your rent. That's
I know.
That's what you were supposed to do.
I know, but I was trying to ask for help at the time, is what I was saying through DHS, and I was thinking I lost my job.
To try to get some assistance?
Yes.
And you don't have anything pending right now with DHS, do you?
No.
Okay. Let's get you. Oh, you got. I was gonna say, what's that? That's
Trying to mute it.
no worries. We'll get you to private meeting room. You can talk to Mr. Brown and see if you all can come to a resolution short of me having to continue with this hearing, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're
Your Honor.
welcome.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Dom, you can bring that back.
Okay, in the courtroom?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Brown. Welcome, come back up. Okay, still on the record. In the matter of Michaela Rami versus Captain Williams. Mr. Brown, did you all come to a resolution at all?
Yes, Your Honor. We've agreed to dismiss this case with the condition that the defendants are to pay $5,020.39 in rent, $260.93 in court costs, for a total of $5,281.32 on or before the end of the month, which is February the 29th. And they're also waiting for their tax refund, and they have our telephone number to keep us informed of when they anticipate that those funds will be received. Thank you.
Okay, so that's how you want to resolve it, with a conditional dismissal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so the case will be dismissed today upon the condition that you agree to pay the past due rent in the amount of $5,020.39. That's for rent due and owing through February 29th, correct, Mr. Brown?
That's correct.
Okay, plus court costs, $216.93 for a total $5,281.32. Okay, and that you have some, or expecting your tax refund to come in around that time. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, you have the right to be represented by an attorney, and you've appeared without counsel today. Are you waiving your right to counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
You also have the right to proceed to a trial. You could demand a jury trial in this matter. You've not demanded one so far. Are you waiving your right to jury trial to have this conditional dismissal entered?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, partial performance won't satisfy, so that means you have to perform in full, meaning you're paying the full amount that he just stated on the record, and that you're doing it by February 29th, or vacating by February 29th. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have 3 business days from today. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood your rights, you can return to the court, request to have this agreement set aside, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm gonna ask you all the same questions because you're named here. She can't answer for you. Do you have to understand the agreement that you're going to enter into a conditional dismissal? Okay, and that you agree to pay the past due rent amount, $5,020.39.
Yes.
Plus court costs, $216.93, for a total $5,281.32. And that you all will pay that or vacate by the 29th of this month. Okay, and you're waiving your right to counsel? You have the right also to demand a jury. Are you waiving your right to jury? You have 3 business days from today to return to the court. If you leave here and realize you misunderstood the rights you waived, you return to the court, you file what's called a motion to set aside judgment and request to have this set for hearing, okay? Lastly, are you gonna give Mr. Brown permission to sign the conditional dismissal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, any additional matters?
Nothing. Thank you.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Go over the advice of rights and plea information form before signing it.
Yes, ma'am.
And did you understand all of the rights contained in this form?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Percola, did you have a chance to go over the nature of the allegation and the maximum penalties with Mr. Shaw?
I did go over it with Mr. Shaw, and he would waive the reading at this time. He's pleading not guilty. He's being represented by Mr. Scholke.
All right, so today we're arraigning him on failure to appear number 2. We're entering a not guilty plea on that. He is going to be represented by Mr. Scholke. So we need to set FTA, both number 1 and 2 then, and a jury trial date for Mr. Shaw.
So show cause failure to appear ×2 hearing, March 6th at 1:45 p.m. And a jury trial, I was gonna put it on March 1st, but should I go out past the FTAs?
Yes.
Friday, March 8th. For the jury.
All right, then. In respect to the matter, is there anything else you want to address today? All right, we'll give you those dates in writing. Make sure to stay in touch with your lawyer. Yes, sir.
Ma'am, sir, I want to talk. It's good to see you again because I ain't seen you since 2019 and I went to church to see you. And I laughed about it with my sister and I was telling Corey about it when I went to church with you. You gave me the cup. Remember I took it away from you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, but so ma'am, yeah. So, I had that failure to appear. So the last time
Okay, wait.
That stuff's gotta go.
There's a way to address it.
Oh, yeah, that's why I want to talk.
So yeah, you talk to your lawyer first, so, okay, and then we're gonna come back and.
Okay, yeah, I thought, yeah,
Okay.
okay. Well, I'm controlled, yeah, I'm controlled.
I don't mean you control. just
Yeah.
The circumstance.
Oh, yeah, so I thought I could talk to her because
We're gonna have it.
Okay.
Give an anecdote, that's fine, right? Don't worry about that, but.
All right, very well. We're gonna have you talk to Mr. Shoki, and then Mr. Shoki's gonna bring it, and then you can testify, and we'll hear it all, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah. Okay, oh, yeah, Corey, yeah, I'll talk to you soon too. Okay, so, yeah, so here's, can I talk to you outside then? Or
I just was into that.
Okay, yeah,
You can talk to Mr. Stoker.
okay, all right, yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and
That judge seemed so thrilled. Ma'am, remember you had the cup and took it away from me? No. Oh my goodness. Okay. And now we go to Judge Slavens. We all love Judge Slavin. And Salty Buddha, that is tragic. Oh my goodness. I'm just glad you're okay.
start. This is case 23024685 SSA Investments versus Jack Hudick. Mr. Hudick, could you state your name for the record, please?
Jack Hudick.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that everything you're about to tell me is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All righty. And Mr. Rourke, your appearance for the plaintiff?
Ronald Ruark, Your Honor, for the plaintiff, P46483.
All right, and I see that you have a representative, the owner of SSA Investments LLC, is that correct?
And I do, Your Honor, Mohammed Aslan.
All right, Mr. Aslam, do you solemnly swear or affirm that everything you're about to tell me is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All righty, Mr. Hudick, you currently live in the city of Taylor, and I'm about to say your address online, because we are broadcasting online. Do you want your address broadcast online?
Yes, it's fine.
That's fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. All right, sir, do you currently reside at?
Yes.
And do you own that property?
I was buying that property on a land contract.
Sir, just answer my question. Just answer my question, yes or no. Do you own the property?
I was buying it.
Do you own, it's a yes or no question.
No.
Okay. So, do you rent that, do you currently reside at that property?
Yes.
And do you rent that property from somebody?
I was buying it. Somebody.
Do you rent the property from somebody?
No, they let it.
Okay, so somebody let you live there?
This needs to be showed out in front of you. I can't. There's a reason why this happened. They let the.
Listen. I just need to know. I need to know. Do you own the property? And the answer is no, correct?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. SSA Investments. Do you own the property?
Yes.
Okay. And so you have the property registered with the Register of Deeds as the owner.
That's correct.
Did you allow Mr. Hudick to reside in the premises for any reason, whether by lease or agreement or otherwise?
No, sir.
So he's trespassing? You never let him on the property?
I bought this property from the auction, Wayne County Auto Auctions, and we got the
Okay.
deed. on our name on the October 27th. I went and I talked to Mr. Hudas. I said, I own this property. He need to be moved out. And he did not do anything. And
Okay,
since
so I
then,
see that you gave him a 30-day notice to quit.
Yes.
All right, and I see that was with the complaint. I see the notice to quit was filled out and served on November the 7th, 2023. Mr. Hudick, is there a reason why that you remained in the premises after they gave you the notice to quit?
Yes, Your Honor. I put $20,000 down on this house. I paid $38,000 so far on this house.
Okay, so did you have?
I had a lawyer on this to stop the foreclosure. This man should not own this property. I should own this property.
Okay.
I got.
So, sir, if I go to the Register of Deeds, will I find your name on the deed? Because you said you didn't know the property.
Matt Sanders' name was on the deed. It was on the deed. The man I was buying the property from. He didn't pay the
Okay,
taxes.
so you were buying the property, from someone else, and that individual failed to pay their mortgage, and the property got foreclosed upon. So that has nothing to do with the new owner. That has to do with your relationship between the old owner and you. Okay? So you have until the 20th of February to vacate the premises. Mr. Rourke, file that with the portal or with the email.
All right, February 20th. Thank you, Your Honor, very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Duncan, can you hear us now?
Yes, Your Honor, I can hear you.
This is 23 RO 07819. This ticket goes back to the 6th of December. It was issued about 10:58 in the evening, 13 Mile Road near Harvard. You were cited for driving 59 miles an hour in a 35 zone. The options are three. You can admit or deny responsibility, or you can admit responsibility with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed in this?
I wish to deny.
If you raise your right hand, please, the officer. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
Okay, the officer will testify first, please.
I was pulling out of the Beaumont Hospital to go eastbound on 13 Mile. While I pulled out, I observed the vehicle at the speed that appeared faster than the posted speed limit of 35.
Well, it's a good thing you were close to the hospital, because at those speeds, she could have caused an accident. And yeah, needed that hospital.
The front moving opposite radar was activated, which gave me a reading of the 59 miles an hour in the 35 mile an hour zone as she was going westbound on 13 Mile.
What can you tell me about the radar, please?
First off, I'm certified in using the radar, and it is calibrated every beginning and end of shift when I start. And that day it passed all of the readings that that was conducted.
It's done.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's your turn.
Well, I will say that I travel this road quite frequently, going to work 4 to 6 times a week, as well as being an Uber driver. So that's helped me be a lot more aware of the speed limit. Gosh, it's just so hard to believe that I was going so fast, because I haven't received a ticket for a speeding violation in that area as well in a while, maybe over 5 or 6 years. I do apologize if I was going over the speed limit. I was just coming home from work at Hyde Park Prime Steakhouse.
You got a speeding ticket just a couple months before this ticket.
What was it for?
Speeding.
In the same area?
Yeah, it's still Oakland County. It's in Southfield. It shares a border with Royal Oak.
You said a few months before?
Well, that ticket was in March of 23.
Mm-hmm.
This ticket was December of 23, 9 months.
9 months.
The
Before
average time
then,
was 7 years and 9 months. 7 years, 9 months between tickets.
well, before that one, it had been several years.
Okay.
Before the one that you're mentioning before
That
had
really
been
doesn't
7 years.
change the speed that you were driving on 13 Mile Road when the officer measured your speed. He's certified to operate radar. He put this radar unit through a series of tests both before and after his shift,
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning and at the end of his shift. And it worked at the beginning. It still worked at the end. There's absolutely no reason to think that it broke and somehow managed to fix itself in the middle. The other thing is the officer observed your speed to be such that he was motivated to radar to see how fast you were going. You went by him and he saw how fast you were going. He measured your speed at 59. The fact that you weren't aware of your speed does not change the fact of the speed. And I do think you're responsible as cited. The fine is $200. You can pay it online. You can mail in a check or money order, or you can mail or drop off a check or money at the counter in the courthouse. You see fit. Do you have timing issues with making the payment?
Yes.
What kind of time do you need?
It probably at least 90 days.
You can go 3 weeks.
Can we go 4 weeks?
You can go 3 weeks. Thank you. Officer Stokes, is Sergeant DeSano there? Yes.
I believe he's in the waiting room.
Yep, he is. Let's see if his person is here. Yes, if there's a match. Fraser's on the phone. Dyrus Fraser, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, your ticket is 23 RO 07915. The ticket was issued on the 11th of December, about 10 to 8 in the evening, in the area of Royal Oak near 13 Mile Road and Coolidge Highway. You were cited for improper lane use. You have 3 options. You can admit or deny responsibility, or you can admit responsibility with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed?
I don't know what that change lane law is, and so I don't know what to
Raise
say.
your right hand, please, and take the oath. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes,
sir.
Okay, and the sergeant will testify first.
Good morning, Your Honor. On December 11th, 2023, around 7:50 at night, I was westbound 13 Mile approaching Coolidge behind Miss Frazier. She was driving a Chevrolet Cobalt red in color. While we were approaching Coolidge, there were 5 or 6 cars. I believe there were 5 cars already in the turn lane established, ready to go southbound on Coolidge from westbound 13. At this time, Miss Frazier had passed all those cars in the through lane, cut off the front vehicle, and made the left turn onto southbound Coolidge in front of them. And that's when I made the stop on her.
Frazier, it's your turn.
I was barely moving, and I didn't think it was an issue because it wasn't like it could have been a crash because the cars were stopped. I was stopped, and when we started going, I tried to get over, and I didn't know that was wrong to do.
And what you don't know is not a defense. The fact that you cut off cars that were properly in the left turn lane so you could get in front of them, but you did it slowly, doesn't change the fact that you did it. That's against the law. If you're getting into a lane, you have to get behind the cars that are already in the lane. You can't cut them off.
Well, I usually allow cars to. I'm sorry?
This isn't a conversation. The law is clear. There's no ambiguity as to what you did. And therefore, there's no ambiguity as to the fact that you're responsible for this civil infraction.
But Judge, she wanted to be the first in line, not the last. Golly, it's so unfair does she have to wait her turn?
The fine is $130.
That's not fair. Well, I'm telling you that it was not a situation where anybody could have been in a crash or anything like that.
That isn't the criteria. The fact that the other people are driving better than you and avoid a crash doesn't mean that you don't get a ticket. The fact that you could push in front of them and not cause a crash doesn't alter the fact that you improperly used the lane you were in to improperly get into another lane. That's the violation. It's not that
Well, I
you
don't know
caused
where-
a crash.
I didn't read that law in the
Ma'am,
driver's ed.
you know, it's not
I
just a
basically-
question of the law. It's clear that the law was violated by you, but you shouldn't even need a law to do something like that because basic courtesy would require a driver not to just push in front of other people. If you were doing this in a supermarket, you'd have the people yelling at you for doing it. You need
No,
to pay the fine,
because-
you owe $130.
Wow, this is really just. I think it's not fair to me. I thought he would, if anything, say, "Look, don't do that again," or I don't know.
If you
Because
want a
it wasn't
warning,
a
I'll give
hazardous-
you another warning. And the warning is don't do it again. We're done.
Right. That's what I was saying. It wasn't like I said. I wasn't about to hit anybody or anybody about to hit me because we weren't moving. So I was like, why would you give me
Man,
a
that
ticket?
doesn't alter any fact whatsoever.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
would say
change
it
anything at all.
does.
We're done.
What's the attitude about? Like, I'm in and out of here 100 times. I have a great driving record.
I don't
get in car crashes
Ma'am,
at all.
your driver record has nothing to do with what happened at the date and time in question. You could have the worst
Exactly,
driving
and
record
it
in the
wasn't-
world or the best, and it wouldn't change what happened at this particular date, time, and place.
And I never caused harm or was going to hit anyone or anyone hit me. We weren't even moving.
Ma'am, that's irrelevant.
Wow.
Wow, we're done.
I'm trying to avoid. I'm not working right now. I'm trying to see how I can do community service. I can't afford this if you're not going to give me a break on even. I feel like I didn't even do anything hazardous. So why? I mean, like I said, I'm considering, of course, him telling me, look, don't do this again. You not supposed to
Ma'am,
ask
this
people to
wasn't,
let you over.
ma'am,
Huh?
the fact that there was not a crash doesn't mean there wasn't a civil infraction. The civil infraction happened. You're responsible for what you did. You are entitled to the consequences of your conduct. The fine is $130. We're done. Thanks, Sergeant DeSanto. That completes your docket.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Then Officer Chandler's last one, Cassandra Tillery, is here. Okay, Ms. Tillery, can you see and hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, this is ticket 23 RO07728. Ticket was issued on the 2nd of December at about 8:30 in the evening in the area of Royal Oak near Main Street in Euclid, and you were cited for speeding. The ticket was written as 30 in a 25. You have the option this morning to admit or deny responsibility, or you can admit responsibility with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed?
So I'll admit to speeding. Honestly, I didn't know that I was, but I wasn't pulled over directly where the speeding was. Even when I turned on 12 Mile in Rochester, the officer was not behind me. I was pulled over a half a mile after turning on 12 Mile in Rochester. So I was never pulled over right when it happened or near it. I was at Rochester, like a little bit past Rochester.
There's no.
So I mean, I didn't. I'm sorry.
The fact that the officer didn't stop you immediately has nothing to do with what happened. It could be that he was involved in any number of other things along the way that he had to address first, or was watching you drive longer?
It's just as annoying of a defense or argument as the people who try to claim, I was in my driveway before you pulled me over. I made it at home, so it's not a valid traffic stop. Yeah, it is. You can't just call Ollie Ollie Oxen Free and call it good because you made it home.
As it may, your explanation is that you just didn't realize the speed at which you were moving. The officer measured your speed by radar at 45, 25, and he lowered it from a 4-point ticket to a 1-point ticket. Officer Chandler, is there anything else you want to add to this matter?
No, Your Honor.
What's going to happen here, Ms. Tillery, is first of all, the fine is $130. The Secretary of State is going to mail you a letter to tell you how you can stop the point from going onto your record. Do you still live on Meadowbrook Way?
That is correct.
Okay, that's the address the Secretary of State has. And the point does not go on your record until the Secretary of State gives you the opportunity to complete an online traffic safety class to stop it from going on. The class doesn't take it off, it stops it from ever going on to your record. So you will need to pay this fine. You can do it online. You can mail in a check or money order, or you can drop by the courthouse and pay it at the counter. Do you have timing issues with making a payment?
Can I have 30 days because I'm like really low on funds right now because I'm a single mother.
That we can do. 30 days to pay.
Okay.
And you are good to go, and you still have a chance to keep the point on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that was a whole lot of fun. Yeah, I just streamed that one last night or the night before. You might have watched it with us. Yeah, they were oblivious. She was oblivious to the fact that they did anything wrong. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I hope you guys liked the variety of judges and yeah, I think they just got back from the bar. But then at the end, they said she was pregnant, and that made me so sad. Yeah. But she's a nurse. She saves lives. What do the cops do? Yep. Yeah. That one right before her, though. Oh my goodness. How do you get like that? Seriously, how do you get like that? Oh, it works every time. Yep. That made me mad. It hurt my fifis. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Hello, Spider-Man, sweetie pie. It's my fault, maybe. I started just slightly earlier than normal. Not by much, though. But I didn't give much of a notification because I got kind of distracted editing all of that. And then by the time I realized it was time to post, I didn't even have a thumbnail made. So I had to really quickly throw one together. That's the horrifying part. We've seen a lot of women lately that are pregnant and pulled over for DUI. One claimed to be 12 months pregnant. in her mind. In her mind. That'll go over swimmingly. K-John Boom, you're such a great mom. It was hilarious. We actually looked it up. Elephant's gestation is 22 months and a horse is 12 months. So, yeah. Or was it 11? A horse is 11 or 12. But anyways, yeah, not even possible. Oh, that's how that goes. Okay. Oh, we love you here, Eileen Carlin. Thank you so much. I love you guys so, so much. You make my day. That's kind of where we went with it, too. Oh my gosh, especially not through the summer. Through the winter, it's not as bad in my opinion. Through the summer, you're already hot and sweaty and icky. And then you add that. Oh, we got that on the bingo card. And the batteries died in the smoke detector, and you can't afford to get any batteries for it. So the smoke detector just constantly beeps. Oh my gosh, my stomach hurts from laughing so much. Oh, you guys are so great. Thank you guys all for coming out and hanging out with me. This has been a blast. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I truly, truly had a wonderful time. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.